and let us all do we can to build a better future.
Let's go ahead and move on now to our next story of the day. And I think you're going to really like the last two videos of this segment, Daniel. I really think you're going to like them because it calls out something that we already know about corporate media. CNN, MSNBC, all these people in the establishment media are hack frauds. They're owned by corporations to spew out Republican and Democratic talking points at behest of the rich. So Jack Dorsey slams Brian Stelter, says CNN reporters try and create conflict. So let's talk about this. Former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey tangled with CNN personality Brian Stelter, criticizing the network and other prominent media outlets for stoking division in a lengthy tweet storm Monday night. The tweets marked a rare outburst for Dorsey, 45, who maintains a low profile on the social media platform he co-founded. Dorsey has faced rampant criticism over handling of Twitter's content moderation policies, with many critics accusing the tech executive of engaging in censorship. Dorsey began his Twitter rant in response to a post from Brian Stelter, who shared a link from the Washington Post that accused Fox News host Tucker Carlson of selling doubt to his audience. And are you selling hope? Dorsey quipped in response to Stelter's post. Dorsey's initial mark drew a strong response from other media pros, including Newsback correspondent Alexei Salvi, who shared the screenshot of the exchange and said the ex-Twitter boss was defending Tucker Carlson. Dorsey denied that was the case. Not defending a thing, Dorsey said, holding up a mirror.
Isn't that great? Anytime someone attacks their enemy, they're like, you hate us. It's,
No. Because here's the thing. Fox News and CNN, it's like a mirror. It's night and day.
well, one's more interesting than the other.
That is true. Fox News can be more interesting.
There's better colors in the Fox News mirror.
Yeah, at least with
Well,
Fox.
I shouldn't say that either.
Yeah, well, you know. Are you talking about the American flag, the patriotism?
No,
right
I
there?
wasn't, but I'll go with that.
Are you talking about? Never mind.
Yeah, see,
Dorsey targeted CNN in a separate tweet while responding to the other user who alleged that the left-leaning network's personalities sometimes sell false news.
Left-leaning.
Left-leaning.
From what perspective?
What do you mean?
A dictatorship?
CNN being left-leaning? No, they're frauds and idiots. So anyways, continue on. I know this from being on the streets of Ferguson during the protests and watching them trying to create conflict and film it, causing the protesters to chant F CNN. And what do we mean by that? Well, again, CNN was, especially at the height of the Black Lives Matter movement, was trying to smear all the activists and organizers there. And when the police were even shooting at CNN was saying, wait, we're on your side.
Oh, yeah.
We're on your side.
I remember that.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, oh, no, we all remember that. CNN was saying, wait, we're on your side. And then the police still shot at them.
And then that CNN had this thing like, maybe police violence is a real issue in America, not just a profitable thing.
Wait. It's like, goddamn, what's the name of that show? It was on Adult Swim. The character...
I don't know.
It was like, who shot Hannibal? You know. The Eric Andrei show. Yeah. And okay, so Hannibal gets shot, and then CNN's like, maybe the police are the bad guys.
They hit us personally. We have experience now. I think we shouldn't have any issue pulling CNN's broadcasting license because it's only a First Amendment defense if you're actually news.
Exactly. So,
and not media arm.
When Dorsey's comments prompted a separate debate about what he meant, Dorsey responded to a post from tech investor and former Reddit CEO Ellen Pao, who offered her view of the initial post. I thought his point was that the press does the same thing, sowing doubt to promote white supremacy and get engagement, often amplifying bad takes. But now I'm not sure anymore, Pao says. Yes, Dorsey said in response. Dorsey also fired back at a user who argued that it was kind of weird for the Twitter founder to comment on the spread of extremism, giving concerns that social media platforms contribute to the problem. I'm sure, and we certainly have seen what Twitter does, positive and negative. I think the common denominator is that the current ad model for all media, not just all social media, Dorsey said.
Yeah, it's like it's been so. I mean, honestly, it's like I'm not on Twitter, so I don't really have any dog in this.
It's a cesspool, Dan.
I know it's a cesspool, but that's why I think it's so funny that it's like currently, who's in charge of Twitter? Well, the Saudi royal family and hedge funds that invest in war and oil. And who are people the most mad at? The dude that sells electric cars that says he wants to increase social freedom. I just think it's hysterical how many people have ended up agreeing with big oil and big media.
Yeah.
To make a point that I think that it doesn't matter who owns it. It's gonna just be Twitter. It's gonna do whatever it wants anyway.
And I want to reiterate this point because the thing is, as I said in the show, look, no matter how it ends up, it will not matter who owns or controls Twitter, because Twitter, I doubt anything would change. But if Elon Musk is saying, oh, I want to do this, okay, show me. If you're not, then F off.
But that's the thing that's so funny. It's like, the response I would expect Elon to be going, you know, we're going to ban all this stuff, and anyone who speaks against me or speaks for unions, we're going to shut that down. And isn't it fascinating, again, where the people in power are placing their pedigree on this?
Mm-hmm.
They're all saying, hey, it's terrifying, the idea of having free speech on a platform. We need to be the ones that control it. That's our job. Mm-hmm. And the amount of people that aren't, I mean, it's like, pick your side. We don't care. I don't care. I just think it's interesting how much people care about this issue versus other issues and care about Elon versus other people.
Yeah.
It's like, look, we're in a world where you're choosing the group of billionaires that invest in war, oil, and the Saudi family, or a dude that makes electric cars. And I just think it's funny.
Yeah. I also want to pull this up here too, because again, I want to pull up these next two videos here. Look, we all know Fox News has peddled misinformation, as have MSNBC, ABC, CBS, the New York Times, the Washington Post, Vice, Vox, BuzzFeed. It's all falling apart. Now, the thing is, we have seen, again, so many times where corporate media kept on doing the same talking points. Again, shout out to Matt Orfalea.
Remember all those things that they got wrong all the time and continue to get wrong all the time, both chewing at people for getting things right when they say they're wrong, but because they have a bigger megaphone and can censor through social media action and channels, keep getting their way.
So let's pull up this video here. It's of Brian Stelter, and he keeps on saying the same thing over and over again. For a moment there, you would think he's also acting like a Fox News pundit, because here he is accusing...
Well, don't they just jump between? It's like, oh, I'm an NBC host. Now I'm a Fox News host. Now I'm on CNN. Now over here, hey, look, there's a Wolf Blitzer in the corner crying. Yeah, look, I'm back on Fox News.
There we go.
Again, all these hosts, everyone that is a main person in these networks is either a part of a rich family that with connections, is a strategist or some part of either party that's waiting for the next election cycle and has a job in the meantime, is a former candidate, or is a hand-picked journalist that is easily converted into a rich person within a year or two.
Exactly. Let's pull up this video right here.
So disappointing to look at what we're seeing from right-wing media these days, where there's such an obsession with the deep state and these revelations about the Russia probe. Latest on the Robert Mueller Russia investigation. Mueller investigation, the Russia investigation, Trump's Russia ties, and Robert Mueller. The real Russia story, Russia probe, the ongoing Russia probe, the Russia investigation. But Mueller and the Russia probe, Russia synergies, they wonder if Russia has compromising information on the president. What is the source for the president's claim that they have found no collusion with Russia? He misspelled collusion. Every day we're trying to keep track of the drip, drip, drip of the Russia investigation. Drip, 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 Trump and Russia. To see whether Trump was secretly working for Russia. To bring it back to Russia and Russia and Russia. Russia. Russia's Russia. Robert Mueller, Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Mueller investigation, Mueller report, Russia conspiracy.
Do you believe that he's colluding with Russia?
I wish I could just say no. He's definitely not. That's crazy.
And that's exactly it. The only thing that they have going for them is that they have the power to keep doing this and not get taken down. I wish that CNN was treated the same as Hardlands media. That's all I would. Let them spew what they want to spew, but on an even playing field. Because I remember back before YouTube gave them their favorite deal that they're using right now, CNN would get 2,000 views. Like, we're heavily suppressed as a channel. They got our numbers. That's where we were. And then they got all their, now they're trying, because all they really have is they don't have viewers. They're dying every day on that front in multiple ways. They're losing money every single day. All they have is the perception of their power and that most people in power watch them. That's really their only true power, is that people in Congress watch them. Like literally, if we could, you get a universal remote and change all the television channels in the Capitol building, they would literally not be as powerful of a company.
I want to pull up this next video because I'm glad you talked about ratings and viewership. Because remember,
and by the way, that's I'm sorry, but that's the other thing that they yell at for is they say, "Oh, YouTube's just about chasing trends and algorithm." That's what you guys are too. It's the same. It's the same. It's just slightly different.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to pull up this video because I'm glad that you brought that up about ratings and views. Because the thing is, corporate media is struggling. That's right. They're dealing with their own downgrade. It's just that people are tuning off because, again, corporate media is not that entertaining. Biden is a complete disaster. But you want to know who saved CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, Fox News, all of corporate media? It was the orange clown himself, Donald Trump. Don't underestimate him. The man knows how to make things entertaining. Television is in his blood. I mean, the guy, no matter what time era you put him in, he can make an entertaining show, be it in the Coliseum or Shakespeare, but he probably would not be as eloquent or any other time. The man knows how to entertain the mob and get people talking, right?
It's so crazy, like Trump's personality. If he's poor on the street, oh, he's that like, Jimmy the drunk. It's like, oh, he's a real interesting guy to talk to. He's real crazy. Don't go near. And then if he's rich, he becomes president.
No matter what happens.
The fact that Trump got elected says everything about the failure of the Democratic Party rather than Republicans.
So then let's pull up this video because it's a blast from the past from 2016.
Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing I just want to throw in there because I love throwing this in there. Congrats to CNN for burning $250 million to get $18,000 $5 contributions. Geniuses.
They're going broke.
I can't wait. I've been waiting for a while. By the way, here's like the other thing. Like, again, I get all the stuff with like the way YouTube's currently doing it. I don't know to this day why YouTube has not tried to make a middle tier news program tier. So it's like authoritative, conspiracy, acceptable, something like that. Something you have to fill out a form for.
Yeah. All right. So, so here's the thing. Brian Stelter is going to be schooled. And I showed this video on yesterday's Rockfin exclusive special. So if you're not subscribed to us on Rockfin, please do so. It was a very good hit, a very good video. But this is a longer version of it. It's 2 minutes longer. So let's go ahead and play it for our viewers because, again, it sums up everything about CNN and corporate media. They're just there for clicks. They're not there to inform you. Let's play it.
Oh, I think that we've left out a key word. Yeah, everybody here keeps talking about ideology and politics. Money. 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 Donald Trump has been very, very good for baseball. He has been wonderful for the industry. Your boss acknowledged as much a number of months ago during the campaign.
Les Moonves,
Donald Trump, huh?
It was Les Moonves who acknowledged
Les Moonves also acknowledged it, but so did the head of CNN.
But that means what? If ratings are up, that means what?
The ratings are up. It means you can't do without Donald Trump. You would be lost without Donald Trump.
Well, that is what he says.
Ted, you know that's not true.
CNN's ratings would be in the toilet without Donald Trump.
You know that's not true. You're playing for laughs. You've lived through enough presidencies to know.
I just checking with my source. Donald Trump is not president, and CNN's literally just spent $250 million for 18,000 subscribers. Sorry.
Pathetic.
I remember. Sorry, pause this one more time. I just remember when we were first covering that before the app went live, and I was like, and I was hearing the salaries that they were paying people, and I was trying to figure out how many millions of subscribers they would need to pay off those salaries, and they're like, "Oh, that guy just got a $5 million salary for however, like per year," and I'm like, "Oh, so they need 1 million subscribers to pay for this one person's salary."
Not going to work. CNN, brilliant business move. But remember what their what their CEO once said too. We did the story. I want CNN to evolve back to being a journalist outlet.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I just love Stelter is like freaking out, like, oh, that's not us. We definitely don't need Trump. Anyway, let's keep playing.
All right, come on, let's play it.
Be more presidents.
What were the ratings before Trump and what are the ratings now?
I would say we might be up 20, we might be up 30%, we might be up 40%. If we go back down 40%, that's okay too.
No, it's not.
Well, it may not be.
Pause it. That's not okay.
And I love that.
That's not okay.
I think the most unbelievable part of this entire thing so far, this entire story section we've been covering today, is Stelter not knowing how much ratings have gone up or down.
Yeah, and
here I have no idea. It's even though it's sort of tied to how much I'm paid and like really important to my life. I have 20%, 30% for. I couldn't tell you the number that he knows intrinsically.
Well, here's something, and this is why I am really upset by this, because here's the thing: when he said that wouldn't matter if the ratings went down, it does matter. Since I've been right now running all of Heartland's Media's numbers and our viewership and how we've been censored by YouTube. In 2019, that was our high point. We were getting views, we were getting subscribers, everything was happening. And then, with a flick of a switch, all of independent media, from Convo Couch, Mikasu Casa, Heartland's Media, a lot of channels got a severe gut check. And those numbers disappeared. And since then, I'm still getting emails and messages from people saying, hey, I was unsubscribed from your channel. Hey, what's going on? Are you guys still around? Yeah. There's been a total blackout on independent media. And so when I say it's getting bad, it is getting bad, and it's going to get progressively worse. So to all the channels that you subscribe to, double check that you're still subscribed to. And again, shout out to Patreons. They're keeping us alive because YouTube is doing that. So when Brian Stelter says it wouldn't matter, that should show all of you that he's just paid to be an actor and a reactor on CNN, that he doesn't take his job seriously, and he doesn't understand the fact that ratings for any show of any genre are fundamentally important.
By the way, did you hear also that Elon said he might buy out CNN? Did you hear that?
Oh, that's funny.
Did you hear what he offered?
What?
$25 and a bag of Doritos and a 2 liter of Mountain Dew.
Oh, no. He went way too high on that one.
I was going to say,
he went way too high on that one. Here's my offer.
You're offering that money to the company that just burned $250,000 on an app that they knew that they should have known would never work.
No. Here's my offer. $15.01. A bag of stale Doritos.
An open bag, half eaten.
Half eaten. No, wait. A bag, but with air in it.
Oh, all the bags are mostly air.
I know, but no.
By the way, that's something. If I run for Congress, I will fight directly for all of you. That you will know how much air is in the bag of chips you buy before you buy it. And just one.
And then a bottle of seltzer water. There we go.
Oh, maybe a bottle of Stelter water.
Brian Stelter, yes, and have his face on there.
So now the real question I'm thinking is, what is the connection between Kyle Kulinski, Big Seltzer, and Seltzer? I don't know. You guys take from that what you want.
There we go. So, anyways, let's go ahead and play the rest of the video if we can.
Of course it is. No, but hold on. I reject the premise that these networks are making so much money off of Trump and thus we benefit from it.
Tell me for a moment, if you will, let's get away from CNN then, all right? Sensitive subject. Let's go to MSNBC. Is there a moment of the day when they are not focusing on Donald Trump or some intimately related subject? It is essentially, I know every once in a while. You know, if the number of people who died in Indonesia gets up to 1,000, they'll give it a mention or two. But by and large, the only news that's covered, program after program after program.
Ted, I have to
with
interrupt.
The same guest. Yes, please.
But you've got to admit, an awful lot of what Trump does in the course of a day is news.
Yes, of
and
course
so whether you're an MSNBC or CBS or ABC, you're going to cover him.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing, Miguel H. I'm reading your comment. What's George Costanza doing there? I love our audience.
It's like, this is the thing. It's like, the only reason that channels like us are not considered trustworthy news is that the wrong demographic is watching. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, if the Hard Lens was watched by members of Congress, business leaders, we would be an accredited source.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. The only reason Fox, NBC, well, Fox actually has viewers because they did WWE earlier and then got that model rolling better. But especially CNN, the Ottoman Empire of the world that we're in right now. They're only there because restaurants lost the remote and haven't changed the channel in their restaurant, because lobbies have also lost the remote for their TVs. That's their viewership, are people that have forgotten how to change the channel. Because everyone that could change the channel is probably watching MSN or Fox.
Yeah.
Maybe some ABC. But they don't watch the internet. And then they don't get it. And then they chew us out for not getting it, even though we understand it better than them.
Yep. So at the end of the day, Jack Dorsey calling out Brian Stelter and CNN, it's spot on. They're just the same as Fox News, just the same as any other corporate media outlet. That's why support independent media and support us on all these different platforms, because now more than ever, real independent voices are needed. And it's up to the people now to fight against the neoliberal establishment system. That being said, we're going to move on now to our next story. Before we do,
by the way, just one more thing.
Go one more statement.
I know I have all these extra points, but
go ahead.
If all of a sudden CNN disappeared, all their backups are gone, they don't longer even plays.
No more CNN Plus.
There's no more CNN at all. All that would happen is people would go, man, now I have to get a new TV because that channel has been stuck on that channel for years. That's all that would happen.
Well, it would help out the economy. Buy a TV. Hey, there you go.
That's right. We'd increase GDP with Samsung.
There we go. So there we go. Take that. CNN, go broke. It was your stupid app, CNN Plus. Again, Brian Stelter had every right to be called up by Jack Dorsey.
And Tom S. makes a fair point as well. That's about the Nelson ratings and everything. Everyone's like, oh, there's 3 million people watching, whatever channel. We don't know that.
No, we don't.
The only place that you can know for certain how many people are watching and interacting with our online-based platforms and shows. And by the way, when CNN went online, they burned $250 million.
I mean, CNN Plus and CNN have no idea how to be a media or journalistic outlet because they're frauds and they're idiots. Simple. Done. No more debate.